Hello, dear friends. Welcome to another study of the Spiritist magazine. Here we are every week. We come together to study one of the articles from one of the issues of the Spiritist magazine. And with much joy, we start today's study with a new issue. It's issue 68. Again, if you visit spiritistmagazine.org, I'm going to put it here, spiritistmagazine.org, which I'm going to show you in a minute. You can download all of the issues free of charge. You can order a copy of the Spiritist magazine to arrive at your house. And here we have, this is the website of the Spiritist magazine. You can find all of the issues free of charge. You want to go to, let me make it a little larger. You want to go to PDF download. Issue 68 is the newest issue of the magazine. When you hit go to link, then the PDF version of the magazine downloads right to your computer. If you'd rather have it on your Apple or Android devices, if you'd rather have it on your phones or your tablets, you can reach those the app of the Spiritist magazine on those stores as well. Oh, excuse me. Let me look at I'm listening to myself record. Here you have, I don't know if it's going to be good to show. Let me make myself a little larger. So here we have, this is my cell phone, and you have the Cardiac Radio app and the Spiritist Magazine app. And if you click on the Spiritist Magazine app, you can browse free of charge all of the issues of the magazine. Issue 68 is this one. I've already downloaded it, so you can easily read and enjoy each and every article at your own time. December 31st, 2024, we're getting ready for a new year, new issue, new us, right? If it was only easy, we would just use a wand, Harry Potter style. But we have to do this inner transformation, which is the call of Spiritism, for us to get better and improve, so on and so forth. So let's go back to sharing the PDF version of the magazine. I like to share the PDF version because it is just a little easier for me to navigate than it is on the page, but it's still very easy to do. So it's issue 68. I really appreciate you spending this time with us in this beautiful day. So you want to share this one. And here we have the Spiritist magazine. On the left side, you have all the thumbnails on each and every article. Today's article is called The Spiritist Book. We want to start the new year with a fresh view and an idea of this Spiritist book. You know, dear friends, many of the books, many of the messages that you see here, that you read on the Spiritist magazine, physical copy, the PDF, or the app, are brand new translations of books that are in Portuguese that are yet to be published in English. So we have here true pearls of knowledge and enlightenment for you and I, so that we can use these teachings to improve our daily lives. Everybody today is making New Year's resolution. Research show that unfortunately by the third week of January, we are all not following the resolution. So let's make our resolution to continue to study every day, nourishing our souls at Cardiac Radio, visiting our Spiritist centers, participating, volunteering, committing to the Spiritist work, and committing to studying and learning about the Spiritist book, right? So without further delays, this message is from the Spirit Emmanuel through the mediumship of Francisco Candido Xavier. So let's make it as we always do every week. We make it larger so we can read together. We make the screen smaller so we can focus on a few paragraphs at a time. So Emmanuel says every edifying book is a door to liberation. The Spiritist book emanates the soul in the foundations of life. The scientific book frees us from ignorance. The Spiritist book frees us from cruelty so that intellectual laurels do not become delinquent. So every edifying book allows us to be liberated. Liberated from what? From our lower vices, from our lower tendencies, from millennia of reincarnation after reincarnation, choosing the wrong path, meaning choosing not to follow the divine laws. So of course we need to study the scientific books. We want to go read and write, mathematics, geography, biology, science, medicine, chemistry, and so on. We want to be knowledgeable of the world around us. We want to positively contribute to a better world. Now, the Spiritist book frees us from cruelty so that we don't use our intellectual laurels and knowledge to create harm, meaning it gives us a tool to go one step above. And the majority of people in the world are just going to enjoy. They're going to eat 12 grapes, wear red, blue, yellow underwear, and they're going to hop on the ocean 15,000 times or whatever this ritual is. But we're truly just going wake up, feed, work, drive, feed, sleep, repeat. So we want to go one step knowing of these. The philosophical book frees us from prejudice. The Spiritist book frees us from delirious rambling, so that elucidation does not become useless words. This is when we say beautiful things, but we don't do them. We need to put in practice the teachings of Spiritism through service. We want to be of service to others. The pious book frees us from despair. The Spiritist books frees us from superstition, so that faith does not become fanaticism. We have reasoned faith. Things make sense. Things are logical. Kardec dutifully explains to us how to go from the knowledge to rationality, right? He's reasoning with the spirits. He's asking questions. Things make sense. That's why we go back to the foundations of Spiritism. The legal book frees us from injustice. We need the legal books and the lawyers to help us because we are not yet elevated enough to not need laws in order to just do the good. We need those boundaries, just like the shepherd needs to corral the sheep so they go the right way. That's our current laws, right, of the world. The Spiritist book frees us from partiality so the law does not become an instrument of oppression, right? How many folks around the world, they use the law to oppress others, they use power to oppress others, and we can't allow that to happen. The technical book frees us from ignorance. The Spiritist book frees us from vanity, so that specialization is not used in the detriment of others. So if you know of something, if you have a degree, if you have worked hard to accomplish something, we cannot use that knowledge in detriment of others. So just as me, my mind, my family, the rest can go pound sand. We want to use that knowledge in order to facilitate the lives of everyone around the globe. Because what happens elsewhere affects us The suffering in the spiritual realm, in the lower zones, affects us. The suffering of physical lack in this world from our incarnate friends affects us, affects our ability to enjoy, and then we might spend time in the spiritual realm regretting the choices we've made. The book on agriculture frees us from primitivism. The Spiritist book frees us from unbridled ambition so that the work of the land is not debased, right? So many people use the resources of the world, of Mother Earth, just for themselves. They extract, get rich, and this unbridled ambition, no matter what happens. And we need to go back to a form of economic development that where there's profit, there's progress, but there's also meaning. There's also an ability for us to give it back to earth and community and restoration of resources so that we can have a better future even when we reincarnate. We never know. Maybe next life we'll return to the earth and we want to find a better place. The book on social rules frees us from rudeness in the daily dealings, right? We want to have rules. Now, planets like Jupiter, on the sun, the spirits don't need books on social rules because pure spirits and more advanced spirits have what in them? Goodness reigning over not goodness. That's chapter 3 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. You know, the difference between primitive worlds, worlds of trials and expiations, world of regeneration, and joyful and divine worlds. So spirits like Jesus, they don't need books on social rules. So much so that he came to show us what it is to be a human on this earth and leaving the laws of God. But here on the earth, we need this so that we can better interact. We need traffic lights, we need speed limits, even though everybody seems to treat those as suggestions. We need laws that take the criminals out of society, rehabilitate so they can be better citizens. We need rules around each other because we want to have we want to be considerate, right? Jesus said, do unto others. The Spiritist book frees us from the irresponsibility that often transforms the home into a tormented refuge of suffering. So, how many don't have that Spiritist foundation and are just repeating the cycles of suffering or causing suffering to others that we did in previous lives? So we need to read to have that foundation. The gospel at home is that foundation. The book of consolation frees us from affliction. The Spiritist book frees us from inner ecstasy, so that comfort does not become a place of laziness, right? We don't get to be comfortable in our homes while the suffering outside my window is not perceived. And also, I don't make an effort to be of service to those in my community. Of course, we need rest. That's under the law of work, the law of labor. But we can rest and we can serve and we can gain energy from the service. The book of information frees us from hindrance. It provides us an opportunity to go forward and not stay stagnant. The Spiritist book frees us from wasted time so that the empty hour does not drag us into terrible debt. Right? So that we want to waste time watching one more series, one more video, one more reel, one more TikTok, or one more whatever social media it's going to be. So we want to think about my resolution would be to not have wasted time. How can I fill the hours of the day with useful activities that are for my benefit so I can do the inner transformation and then apply those teachings to our daily lives? Let us support the respectable book, which is the light of today. So go in search of the book, purchase the books. Nowadays we have Kindle. We can look, we can watch, we can read the Spiritist magazine on our phones. Let me pull up a Kindle app here. And so in the Kindle app from my library, see? Let's see, make me bigger. Oh. We have what? The Gospel according to Spiritism, Christmas, and the Beatitudes is a beautiful work by Kardec Publishers, a book for children. Our Daily Bread, Spiritual Friends by Louis Hu, the Bible, Spiritual Cities, the Message, Living Spring. Let's go Living Spring. Here's have Living Spring. God is in us as much as we are in God. So when we read, we are building the seed of knowledge because God is all knowing. So we need to know everything in order to be a superior spirit. So that's how we consume energy. Let us help and spread as much as possible the Spiritist book, which is light for today, tomorrow, and always. Always spread the light of Spiritism. The Noble Book frees us from ignorance, but the Spiritist book frees us from ignorance and evil. So, what is your New Year's resolution in regards to reading, to spreading the Spiritist book, which is the light of today, tomorrow, and always? That's from the Spirit Emmanuel through the mediumship of Francisco Candido Xavier. Dear friends, what a blessing to be here with you today. I hope that in the future, in this new year of 2025, we have the opportunity, God willing, to meet many times every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, you can always write to us at spiritistmagazine@gmail.com. There is a contact us form in the website spiritistmagazine.org. And until next week, God willing, you have a blessed day and a wonderful 2025. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.